Hi, this is Mary Jane Padilla. Welcome to another video. Today I would like to talk about living life to the fullest despite of the pandemic. Sometime in March when the pandemic started and our call volume at work has increased from 1,000 calls a day to 10,000 calls. Our callers are so stressed out, they're so anxious, they're so scared, they're so nervous, frustrated, and angry. They are just so lost that they don't know what to do. It was a chaos. We were not fully equipped. We didn't have enough manpower to answer all the calls. Our employer has added more equipment and more staff, and we are so grateful for all the healthcare professionals who have stepped up to come and help us pacify the people and settle them down. People got sick. A lot of people lost their job. A lot of people lost their business. A lot of people have lost their loved ones. And the most sad part is they have lost their power. They have lost control in their life. They have let COVID run their life and control them. I can't imagine how you're coping with this situation now. I know a family who is greatly affected with this COVID. The husband is laid off, and the wife, she used to work as a daycare worker. And when we had the lockdown, all the daycare centers were closed. And when they reopened it, unfortunately, she is severely suffering from anxiety and panic attacks brought about by this coronavirus. She's not able to take care of herself. She's not able to take care of her children and her family. One day, we invited the family to join us at the river party. We expected the whole family to be there. And when I got there, the wife isn't there. I asked, like, where is she? And they said, she is actually ready to come over. But then, all of a sudden, she burst out crying, lost, and in so much fear because of the coronavirus. She failed to come and join us. She stayed home instead as she cannot go live throughout the day because of the COVID fear. So the children were there and the husband. The children were just crying and so anxious. They just want to go home. Anxiety is contagious. So since the wife or the mom has it, the children can feel it. And so they acted the same way while they were there at the river. I feel sorry for the husband because like he's trying his best to be strong, to take care of his family. And it seems like he wanted to stay to divert his attention with the situation. Unfortunately, his children were driving him crazy with their cry, yelling that they just want to go home. So they went home. It was sad. And they have downgraded their car. They sold their car and got a car with of lesser value because they cannot keep up paying the car anymore. And if up to this day she's not able to work and he is still laid off, how are they going to take care of their family, their children? How are they going to feed them? How are they going to pay their bills? How are they going to pay their mortgage? So I'm thinking, how many families are suffering the same way? How can we help in this situation? Let's start with you and me. I believe that a lot of us is having this fear. And because of this fear, we're not able to function normally. And so, why do we have this fear? It's because a lot of us don't understand what COVID is. People don't believe in themselves, and people doesn't have the faith. They don't trust God, or they may trust God, but it's weak, right? So I'm thinking that 100 years ago, we had the Spanish flu, and it was estimated that there was at least 50 million deaths. Up to this time, we have at least 1.17 million deaths because of COVID. So think about it. If 100 years ago they were able to survive, how much more for us? Why can't we survive? We have all the advanced technology, we have all the resources that we have now. So, what are you scared about? So, how are we going to overcome this fear? First, let's understand what COVID is. COVID is transferred through droplet infection and through contact. What does it mean when we say droplet infection? Droplet infection means when a person who has the coronavirus is coughing and sneezing, and you got in contact or you are exposed to her or to him within 2 meters, and you have been in contact with this person for more than 15 minutes, there's a big chance of you having this coronavirus too. And when we say contact infection, is that when you have touched surfaces or other stuff that this virus have come in contact with, right? So if you know this mode of transmission, you would know how to prevent it. First, physical distancing. So if you know that this person has the coronavirus, then don't go close to him. If you don't know, because a lot of people may be carrying the virus but they don't have the symptoms. So to avoid it, maintain that physical distancing of 2 meters. Another way is hand washing. Hand washing is the best way to prevent any kind of disease. The soap and water is the best. If we don't have the soap and water, we have the hand sanitizers. I'm not so fond of the hand sanitizers because imagine yourself, if you have touched a surface with the germs or the coronavirus, you have it in your hands and then use the hand sanitizer and you rub it and rub it, and as you're rubbing it, I feel like that the virus or the germs are penetrating into my skin because of that continuous rubbing, right? So I prefer the water and soap. If in worst scenario you don't have the water and soap, we only have the hand sanitizers, then if you have the wipes, try to wipe yourself first. Take out the dirt, the virus, or the germs, and then sanitize or disinfect your hand with the hand sanitizer. Then I would be more comfortable doing that. Thirdly, is stay home when you have the symptoms. Stay home when you're sick so you won't infect others. You may say, MJ, I have done all of that, but I still have the coronavirus. Remember that our well being involves not just the physical, but it also involves our mental, emotional, and spiritual. So, with your mental aspect, are you being negative? Are you thinking positive? If you're being negative and you don't trust yourself, your immune system goes down. So, what happens when your immune system goes down? You get sick so easily. Emotional aspect. Emotional aspect when you are angry, when you're sad, when you are having self pity, when you're having that grief, and you're having hatred, and a lot more. So, these feelings are so draining. They take so much energy away from us. So, if you're feeling sad or angry, your immune system goes down. So, you have to start taking care of yourself. Be gentle, be kind to yourself, love yourself. How would you love yourself? By starting to eat a healthy diet, sleeping well. When you have a good sleep, you will have a good mood. It improves your energy. It boosts up your energy. Another thing is the spiritual aspect. If you don't believe in yourself and if you don't believe in God, your immune system will go down also. So, up to this point, there's so many people saying, I don't believe in God. Come to think about it. Where did you come from? Who created you? Who created the universe? Start believing in yourself and believing in God. For us to stay healthy, we should take care of all those aspects in our life: physical, the mental, the emotional, and spiritual. At the very end of March, I myself went into isolation. One night, I had a tickle in my throat, and I went to work because, like, it wasn't a sore throat, it was just a tickle. So I started at 11, and on my first and second call, I noticed my throat is starting to hurt. My voice is becoming hoarse. I continued on my third call. Now my voice is terrible and my throat is hurting so much that it was interrupting my conversation with the caller. So as soon as I was done with my call, I logged out and went to my supervisor and said, I have the symptoms. I wasn't scared of the coronavirus because I am doing my part. I take care of myself, I do my hand washing, I'm doing my physical distancing. But I was scared to infect my coworkers in case I have it. So during the isolation period, I've experienced how it feels like to be in jail. Being just in your bedroom without no one to talk to because my children cannot come close to me. We uh, strictly protected each other from getting the virus. So it was sad at first, but I cannot let myself being sad. I am a very happy person. I'm so workaholic and I don't want to waste my time just laying down, sitting there for nothing. So I took that moment, that isolation moment, as a reflection time. I was actually thankful for that quiet moment. I realized that the quarantine period or the isolation period is a teaching moment. Every day I was working hard. And during that time, I learned to slow down. I have to think, what is happening now? Why I am here? I did all those reflection. And so I write down what's my purpose here in my life, in on earth. Each of us has its own purpose. Have you think about that? Why do you exist here on earth? So during the pandemic, I made myself busy. I never wasted a second to bore myself. So I went online and attended webinar, one webinar to another. So I focus on building my skill set instead of focusing on the pandemic. I look for opportunities for change in our future. The whole world is in a pause button right now. And so this is the right timing for us to prepare ourselves so that when the play button comes in, then we're ready to be the best of ourselves. I try to focus on my own home economy instead of focusing on the world economy. You cannot control the world economy, but you can control your home economy. Life is short. So we tried our best to live life to the fullest. Me and my kids tried to live normally despite of the pandemic. So after the lockdown and when they announced that it's okay to go out, we went out with responsibility. We applied those physical distancing, hand washing, and we have to wear the mask if we have to. So we were able to travel from one province to another, and we stayed well. And also, I forgot to mention you that when I was on isolation, I was negative to COVID, by the way, and I did it 2 times. The second time that I was on isolation was that I had that weird feeling in my nostril, as if like an alien was running into my nose. It's not a stuffy nose. It's not a congestion, but it was really different. And that symptom that I experienced is that's the cause that I received from our callers asking, what is it? And since we don't know what it is, I put myself on isolation again because I just I don't wanna infect my coworkers in case I have it. I cannot forgive myself infecting my coworkers and other people if with that weird symptom in that nose that I had is coronavirus. So I had two negatives, but and I went on 14-day isolation 2 times. So after the lockdown, we went to the park. We went to the riverbanks, and so we really enjoyed. We did as if like we did not miss out on the summer vacation. The only thing that we miss is that going out of the country, because this year we were scheduled to go out of the country with our Filipino organization to perform to other country and show our Philippine culture. So that's the only thing that we miss out. So do not be afraid or terrified because of this coronavirus or whatever is bothering you. For the Lord God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. So if you start every day of your life with this verse, things will change. Your attitude will change. Your disposition will change. Your action will change. Your life will change. And the whole world will change. Live boldly without fear. God is with us. God is for you and God is with you all the time. You may say, Mary Jane, I'm not religious. I myself is not religious. I believe that religion cannot save us, but it is our faith. You have to believe that God loves us, that He is here for us. He is an all-knowing God. He knows everything that's happening in our life. What's missing in us is that we have forgotten that there is God who is stronger than the COVID. Our God is stronger than our problems. Our God is stronger than anybody else. He is stronger than the devil. So learn to surrender your life to Jesus. Surrender your worries, your doubts, your fears, your sickness, your financial problems. Surrender to Him. Believe that He is working with you. You may say, Mary Jane, I've been praying so hard and nothing is happening. If you look at around you, you will see, you will appreciate what you have. That you are better, that you are more blessed than other people. There's a lot of people suffering right now who doesn't have any food, who doesn't have any family. Thank God that we have our food on our table, we have our children, we have our family, we have a home to stay when it's cold, especially this winter time. Live life to the fullest. Embrace life as it is. Do as much as you can to be fulfilled. Use all the resources that you have. You may not have the time, you may not have the money or the resources now, but see what is around you. You are such an amazing person. God made you as a masterpiece. You have everything you need to survive. Just trust God and believe in Him. Love God above all things. Love yourself and love your neighbor as you love yourself. Try to help other people. You may not be able to help them by giving them money or resources, but you can help them by giving them your time, giving them your smile. Just by your smile could help them uplift their day. So living life to the fullest is being helpful to others, being helpful to yourself, being loving to yourself. So don't waste one more day of your life being sad, being angry, being hateful, being nervous. Get out and enjoy life. Okay? And be thankful all the time. Being grateful, the more you're grateful you are, the more blessings you will receive. And you will experience that life is different when you're grateful or when you appreciate things. Life is different when you love people. If you cannot give them your time, you cannot give them your smile because you're away from them, your prayer helps. So if we will pray for each other, life will be better. I thank you for listening and watching to me again today. And I thank you for subscribing into my channel. I thank you for sharing my channel to your friends, to your family, and to your coworkers. I hope that with this video and that I created today would help you fight the fear that you have, fight the situation that you're going through right now, and that I pray that this would inspire you and other people around you. So please don't forget to subscribe and share my channel. And if you like it, press the button like. And also, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave your comment. And so have a wonderful day and God bless you. Always remember, Mary Jane Padilla cares. And I'll see you again on my next video. I'll try my best to make a video every week, maybe Wednesday, every Wednesday, to give you more tips about uh, our survival for these situations that we're going through. Again, God bless you and take care.